Hi Cancer, welcome. This is the Feminine Inquisition. My name is Tiffany. We are doing your reading for the month of November. I might be a little late, but you'll forgive me. So we just had a full moon in Taurus, which would have helped given you some credibility, right? Some confidence about self-worth, about understanding where you are complete, whole, perfect as is, and how you bring value to the people that you're surrounded to, connected to the world that you live in. Also maybe let go, as we are in Scorpio season, of the things that don't put you in a valued place. And so, yeah, there's this new moon that will be in Scorpio on the 20th. We can plant a seed for this next chapter as we are transforming, right? Death energy, that's the lesson that Scorpio brings us. The dead bits that are attached, the old identities that want to remain. It's time to let go of the bullshit. So we'll just get into it, right? I've already shuffled the cards, but we'll do a Celtic cross and one shuffle on camera. Can I have center energy for Cancer as the plane goes by? Can I have center energy for Cancer, please? Thank you. 10 of Pentacles on its side. Crossing, your abundance, your home, your marriage, the Judgment. Holy smokes. Are you in a moment of renegotiation? Crowning this energy is the Two of Cups. Holy smokes, ×2. What's undermining? What's underneath? Thank you. The High Priestess. Oof. That is a deep sense of knowing, the intuition. If you're going to listen, if you're going to speak, if you're going to feel and hear everything that's trying to be said to you, and if you're able to communicate it, not only to yourself and understand it, but then outwards, if that's what needs to be said as you exercise this judgment. I'm not sure. What's brought this on? The Emperor. Wow. Ready to take matters into your own hands. You mean business. I respect you. Let's see. Future. The Justice. Hello. 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana from 5 cards. Jesus, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. Sorry, I can't count. Hi, no, another one. So look, this is all about commitment. If you're not in a commitment, if you're not thinking about a commitment, if you're not renegotiating what it means to be in the commitment that you're currently existing in, and the commitment doesn't have to be love, but I got love on the table, is definitely of an emotional capacity. If that's not you, this isn't your reading, okay? Let's just get that out of the way. One shuffle, and we continue for this Celtic. Can I please see the personal position of strength for Cancer, as I'm seeing the strength already? Personal position of strength already. I mean, for Cancer. A Tower with the Death. You said, I'm not afraid. Oh, but the Death is in reverse. Something might not have happened in the way that you anticipated, you wanted. And therefore, you're saying, it's not changing. This isn't changing. Like that. Can I see the environment, please? The Magician in reverse. Can't feel confident to move forward. You didn't manifest this. You said, hello. Hello. I didn't manifest this in this way. Can I see hopes and fears, please, for Cancer for November? The 8 of Pentacles. You want to make that money. You want to put in the sacrifice. Can I see the outcome, potential outcome, please? Potential outcome for Cancer. Thank you. The 5 of Swords. Oof, I don't love that. So in this deck, the 5 of Swords is the cutting of an earthworm. The very beautiful thing about earthworms is that most of the time they can regenerate depending on where their cut is. So I think if I could just say it, I like to say it in the beginning, and then if it comes true from the clarifier is great. I think you said, this is my better half, but I will cut off half of me because half of me is not even half of me, right? If they're not going to come correct, I'm done. I don't know that it's like that cut and dry. I think that some things have come to light for you where you're exercising judgment. You're asking yourself hard questions. Is this how I want to live my life? How did I get here? And also, why am I not supported? And if I know me, which I do, right? I don't know how I got connected to something that doesn't seem like, I'm regarded, I'm balanced, I don't feel like I can really express myself in the way that I need to, or what I feel and what I have as my senses is disregarded. Because crowning you is the Two of Cups and it's on its side. This is not a shared responsibility. So let's go in and let's see. Can I see this 10 of Pentacles, please? Thank you. The King of Wands. The Nine of Cups. Yeah, that's enough. King of Wands, Nine of Cups, Eight of Cups. Like I said, there is a level of inconsistent leadership, inconsistent balance, codependent, indulgence, selfishness. You can't leave it, but you can't feel good connected to it. Perhaps it's two heads battling against each other. One of an emotional and the other one of a fiery passion. One of you is highly adaptable. The other one is not considerate enough, so that your adaptability is taken for granted. Three of Cups. It might be fun, though. Let's go. Show me the Judgment. Can I see this Judgment for Cancer, please, for November? Judgment for Judgment. Holy sh! So Judgment to the Tower to the Two of Wands. Yeah, you're not waiting anymore. You are not waiting anymore to take this decision. I've seen the Nine of Pentacles now. So that is a combating of the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. Those are two different mindsets of how one should manage one's life. One person is really regarding Pentacles, like what it means to be stable, consistent, resourceful, resilient, and grounded. And the other one is about indulgence and happy and content and playful and out there in the world and distracted and free and flowing. And this is an incompatibility. Can I see this Two of Cups? Can I see this Two of Cups for Cancer for November? One more. Thank you. So the Two of Cups is clarified by the Eight of Pentacles, right? That's work. That's hard work. And I see that over here in your hopes and fears. So it's what your efforts. You want proof that your efforts are doing something. And it is followed by the King of Swords and the Knight of Cups, but the Knight of Cups is in reverse. So we have someone who's really quick to determine a decision, really dedicated and disciplined to say with his sword, that's not working. But there's no heart in it. There's no meaning in it. And you're felt very much alone, isolated, and in the cold. And it's, yeah, like I said, there's a disconnect here of what it means to allow for someone to be themselves. That's what I'm getting. Okay. Can I see this High Priestess, please? Working against you is the High Priestess. It would undermine you if, okay, I see. If you turned a blind eye and you stayed in that fun feeling when I said that the Three of Cups, but it might be fun. Like perhaps this person does certain things that you love, and therefore you throw the judgment out the window and you try to celebrate these good moments because they matter too. And so for the High Priestess, I have the Ace of Cups and the Seven of Swords. This is, the Seven of Swords is in reverse. This is like you walk away from walking away, and you just turn around and you look at it, and you look at the Ace of Cups, and you allow yourself to be filled with this joy, and you feel that this is a spiritual connection. You feel this is an intuition that is speaking to you, that don't leave, there's still hope, and don't leave, you know what's deeply inside of him. And this is kind of like a story about falling for potential rather than what is real. 10 of Wands, right? It's just all on your back then. So you're still picking the flowers, but the burden is so heavy. After the 10 of Wands is the Emperor. And that's where we're going now. The past, what brought this on is that you're sick of the shit and you rise. Some people collapse, but you're rising to the occasion. You said, yeah, I could have it on my back. I'm Cancer. I'm a crab. You can go ahead, put it on my exoskeleton. No big deal. I don't feel it. Sideways walking. But at some point, you shake that shit off. Can I see the Emperor? What's the mission here? What is the awakening you had in the past? Show me the Emperor. Thank you. So I have time, Wheel of Fortune, 9 of Swords on its side, Chariot. You moving the fuck on. It's time to move the fuck on. It's time. I'm not going to be stressed about this anymore, you said. I can predict exactly how one will behave. I can predict exactly what someone's going to say. I actually started to modify my own behavior because now I'm controlling how you think you're controlling me. That is what happened. That is the revelation. You decided that if you're going to engage in this, you're going to do it from the back end. That's bold. The Chariot. That's bold. Consolidating your energy and making forward movement. That's your power card. You know that. You said, if I go anywhere, it's going to be fair. Show me the Justice. The 4 of Swords in reverse. You said there's no peace here. And I'll tell you why. I've unfucked my brain. I'm no longer asleep. The Empress. I will birth a new life. I'll give birth to myself, and I will birth a new representation, a new way in which I determine the weight of things. Emperor and the Justice. This is, I say what passes go. Who collects $200? Thank you. What was before a very chaotic, noisy place where you were in the dark, letting your eyes being covered by the bush. It's not possible. It's not possible. The Ace of Swords. It's just not possible. Okay. So, personal position of strength. You said, I'm ready for whatever change comes my way. Why? Because something isn't changing. So, I'm going to change my environment. Can I see this Tower to the Death in reverse? Personal position of strength. Tower to the Death in reverse. Thank you. Got too many cards. So, the Star in reverse. Clear. The dream is not what you thought it was, and that's okay. We have many times, many opportunities, and many dreams that we can build upon, okay? Now, my neighbors are going to start to talk a lot because that's just how they go. If I need to pause, I will. 9 of Pentacles. So now this is you. You're telling me that you're the grounded one, that you're with the indulgent one who is really a lot of fun sometimes and easily distracting. But you only have the freedom to be distracted because you take care of the things that you need to take care of. You're very creative, you're very inspired, you're very motivated. You are a self-motivated, driven person to create the abundance, whatever it is that you're working with. And you're now ready, you're happy to enter a stage of development, 7 of Wands. You're happy to stoke your own fires, even if it means starting again in a different area, to level up and move in whatever it is that you're changing. But this star is over. And you will find a new one. Okay? I want to bring your attention to the fact that the star is the 17th card, right? So 1 and then 7. That's 1 is you standing before 7, the development of whatever the highest expression of you, your genius that wants to come out. And here you are, 7, creating a new genius that you can look towards, a new star with love written on your chest. Okay, you're creating balance, the 6 of Pentacles. That's really super beautiful, Cancer. This has been a very transformational reading so far. This will be a transformational month for you. I think it's really beautiful that it's in a water sign, right? So there's a water trine, and all the water signs are going through kind of big changes at this moment. There's a lot of potential that you can tap into. Can I please see hopes? No. The environment, the Magician. The Magician in reverse. So surrounded by things that may not be as confident as you. Perhaps you're seeing things with a new eye. Now that you've made this huge change and have become the Emperor, you can sift through some of the people that you're connected to, some of the communication that's coming your way, some of the tools that are at your disposal. And you're seeing, I can't work with that, I can't work with that, I can't work with that. Let me see the environment, the Magician in reverse. Lovers. Thank you. The Lovers to the Death, to the 5 of Wands in reverse. You're not in conflict about this ending. You're coming into alignment for something that helps you transform and evolve for the rest of them. You got your sights on other places. 6 of Swords. Mentally persevering to find external harmony. Moving away from chaos and confusion. Good. Let's see hopes and fears. This is the 8 of Pentacles. This is your highest skill, your sacrifice, the time and energy that you put into something, powering your craft. Now, we've already seen the 8 of Pentacles. I want to remind you, it clarified the 2 of Cups above you. And it was with respect to the energy that you put into that relationship and how it did not bear fruit. And so now, hopes and fears, you're saying 8 of Pentacles again. Can I see the 8 of Pentacles for hopes and fears for Cancer? Oh, God. Thank you. What fell on the floor needs to stay on the floor. So you are showing me the Queen of Wands. You said, so I just want to bring it back here. When we clarified the 10 of Pentacles, you showed me the King of Wands, the 9 of Cups, and the 8 of Cups. So you are the King of Wands in that readout because you've shown me the 9 of Pentacles, right? So your person is the 9 of Cups. Your person is cup energy. And so if you showed me previously that you were the King of Wands, you now said, I will become my counterpart. I will become whole in my own fiery unit. Because Wands is really working for you. That's how you're developing your energy. It's how you're building up your energy. You're going through the 7 of Wands at this moment, releasing the 5 of Wands, and stepping up into the Queen of Wands. Blooming with the power of the sun, the fire, the sunflower, etc. And what fell on the floor is the 5 of Swords. You're not going to hold yourself back in any way. And 7 of Pentacles, but in reverse. You're not giving any more time to this. You're not giving any more considerations. At the bottom of the deck, I have the World. You're done with that. You're done with that. Now, what's interesting is that when I just clarified the 8 of Pentacles, the 5 of Swords fell on the floor. And here in the outcome, I got the 5 of Swords. But in the deck of the Wild Unknown, like I told you, the 5 of Swords is a severed earthworm, which has the ability to regenerate its own body. Doesn't always go well. Depends on where it's cut. But that's a beautiful metaphor for you cutting this off, the dead bits that are trying to attach itself to the thriving new bits for this transformational experience in Scorpio season. So it's really super beautiful. Let's just see what it says. The 9 of Wands, the King of Swords. Okay. The moon. Yep. Okay. The Nine of Wands is in reverse. So you give up guarding yourself, protecting yourself, thinking that you're a victim. You're done with the wound. You're done carrying the bandage. You're done with the story. You're not repeating anymore about how much time and energy and effort you put into this, or what relationships have been like throughout your life, and how this is always one and the same and you're never getting what it is that you put in. No. You're the emperor now. You don't have time for those kinds of conversations. The King of Swords. If you cut the earthworm, you've got this kind of light within, this decisive action so that you can regenerate whatever you need to. And you are happy to go with the powers, the illumination, the mystery of the moon, what is in the unknown, the unseen. So we know, Cancer, that you are ruled by the moon. We know that in tarot it's Pisces, but in astrology it's Cancer being ruled by the moon. And so that is very much your power, your element, and your intuition coming back to you so that you can trust yourself as you guide you to unfuck your brain, say goodbye to this, be okay with the bye, and develop a new dream. Page of Wands, back to fire, right? You're really happy to start again. Take a closer look at what it is that you can expand upon. Very exciting things. Let's get some advice for you, huh? It's been crystal clear what your process is this month. I think that Scorpio energy is something that you might want to lean into a bit more, and perhaps because Scorpio is a bit like a fiery energy, perhaps that's what has given you this kind of charge, because of death, right? Like the phoenix rising from the ashes. Even though Scorpio is a water sign, it's a fiery water sign, in the way that Sagittarius is an earthly fire sign, right? We all have a little bit of everything. Can I get advice for Cancer, please? Advice for Cancer. Thank you. I'm going to pull that one because it was popping out, but I don't know. So this is the one card I got. And then this one was just coming out. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. And what you don't know, maybe you do know, but like the sun is rising. Hello, like this. So fret not, my friend. Okay, you were right on time. Fucking boom, Cancer. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Happy Scorpio season to you.